Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, guys, so this article is from AP News, and I will make sure to put a link in the description box. I just found this is interesting, but as far as systems and that, I have really no hope or no trust in any of these systems. Police in California aren't immune from certain misconduct lawsuits. High Court rules. A Los Angeles Police Department vehicle is parked outside the LAPD headquarters in downtown Los Angeles on July 8, 2022. On Thursday, June 22nd, 2023, the Supreme Court of California ruled that police are not immune from civil lawsuits for misconduct that happens during investigations. By Tran Nijgen. Sacramento, California, AP. Police in California are not immune from civil lawsuits for misconduct that happens while they investigate crimes, allegedly. The state Supreme Court ruled this week, overruling a precedent made by lower courts that had helped protect law enforcement from litigation for decades. Well, I mean, we'll see. You know how this goes. The justices on Thursday unanimously rejected an argument by Riverside County that its sheriff's deputies couldn't be sued for leaving a man's naked body lying in plain sight, code, for 8 hours while officers investigated his killing. That's awful. California law protects police from being sued for any harm that happens during a prosecution process, even if the officer acted maliciously and without probable cause. Now the Supreme Court says police can be sued for misconduct during investigations. Well, that would mean how many cities are going to go bankrupt? I just have to wonder if this is orchestrated. I'm just saying. The ruling cites previous case law that defined investigatory actions as those before charges are filed. The potential for factual overlap between investigations and prosecutions does not justify treating them as one and the same. Justice Leandra Kruger wrote in the ruling. Kruger noted the court issued a similar ruling in 1974, but in 1994 a state appeals court adopted a broader interpretation to shield police from lawsuits stemming from conduct during investigations. I think that's a key right there, during investigations. You know they're going to use that as a loophole. Lower courts have been relying on that ruling to dismiss misconduct lawsuits against law enforcement that did not involve prosecutions. A lawyer representing Riverside County, names, in the case did not immediately respond to a request for comment Friday. This particular case centered on Jose Leon, who was shot and killed by a neighbor in 2017, southeast of Los Angeles in Riverside County. Shortly after sheriff's deputies arrived at the shooting, they heard several gunshots nearby and dragged Leon's body behind a police vehicle, causing his pants to fall down and exposing his genitals, according to the lawsuit. His wife, Dora Leon, sued the county for negligence and emotional distress, saying police had left her husband's naked body in plain view for hours. I would say people like that are monsters. Monsters. And I think a lot of them are putting their pant leg up there. If you know what I mean. Leon sued the county for negligence and emotional distress, saying police had left her husband's naked body in plain view for hours. The case was dismissed by lower courts that ruled state law provides immunity. There we go with that immunity again. You know, there's a lot of questions about that. to law enforcement officers and agencies for police conduct during investigations. Boy, they sure do say that a lot. You guys catching my drift? During investigations. The Supreme Court reinstated Dora Leon's lawsuit. Kruger wrote that the lower court's decision was wrong, saying police investigations cannot be interpreted as part of the prosecution process. Many local police departments have routinely argued that they are immune from damage claims. The moment a police officer arrives on the scene of a crime, said Richard Antognini, a lawyer representing Leon, if the Supreme Court had ruled in favor of the county, it would have essentially immunized them for almost anything. He said, the recent ruling helps remove an obstacle for victims seeking damages for police misconduct. Antognini, I'm messing that up. California laws still provide immunity to certain aspects of police investigations. The ruling was praised by John Burris, a California civil rights attorney who has represented more than 1,000 victims of police misconduct across the country. This should have a positive impact on police reform, because now the law is spoken, Burris said. Police should be trained and be better informed as to what their obligations are. Associated Press writer Claudia Lauer in Philadelphia contributed to the report. So I will most definitely include the link in the description box. I mean, you know, you guys always call them clown courts. But maybe in the whole show that we're seeing, maybe something will improve. Peace. Have a good day.